If you are stressed, worried about the A2 residency exam and the changes in the speaking part, then I can assure you that it is not that bad. Let's go through the speaking task, what it might look like, and I will show you that actually it is to some extent even better and easier for students than it was before. So let's take a look at one example. One thing that you may see in the exams from July is that the picture that you need to describe, there is a lot going on, which is a good thing. Because if you remember, in the sample exams available online, there was, for example, a picture where you see a dog. And what can you say about the dog? Like, even for me, I think it is. I need to think twice. What verbs can I use to describe a dog? Like, okay, the dog is sitting in a room. But I think here it is better if you see that there are several things going on, then it gives you the chance to really show what you know and what you have learned. And let's say if there was a picture that someone is fishing, and if you didn't know the verb makšķerēt, to fish, then you feel stressed that you will fail because you don't know this one verb. So the talks are that there will be several actions going on in one picture, which gives students possibility to really to say what they know. However, what I said before and what I want to emphasize also now, don't make the mistake that you just mention like all the objects that you see, because this way you're not showing them that you know how to conjugate the verbs, how to decline nouns. Like, this is important for them to see that you have mastered this skill. Yeah. So that you know how to say, like, they are having a picnic, they are going for a walk, like they are eating an ice cream. So this is important. But still, like for example, in this picture, like there's a lot going on, and uh, you can say everything that you can, and I think it is really it is a good approach, because now I think you have less pressure than you did before. Yeah, so let's take a look at some useful phrases that you can just memorize, and it will make your speech more advanced. So let's take two phrases that you can use. One is es redzu, which means I see, and the other one is tur ir. When you say es redzu and tur ir, you are just describing the things that you see. But the difference between these phrases is that after es redzu, you will need to use accusative of the noun. Like, es redzu parku. What do I see? All right? Parku. Es redzu ko parku. Um, and if I use tur ir, tur ir ģimene ar bērniem. After tur ir, if I say the thing that I see, that there is ģimene in this case, it is used in the nominative. Yeah, the nominative, remember, it is the base form that you see, for example, in the dictionaries. What could be misleading that in my sentence there is ar bērniem, but there is another thing happening here. In Latvian, there are several prepositions, and the noun that follows, it can be in the singular and it can be in the plural. If the noun that follows is in the singular, there is a huge list of the cases the nouns could take. But if the noun is in the plural, we always use dative and like 100%. That's why here I say tur ir ģimene ar bērniem. Okay. Another thing, of course, after es redzu, you can say es redzu, ka I see that someone is doing something. Es redzu, ka cilvēki pastaigājas. I can see that people are going for a walk. These are just two phrases that you can use, but I think it is good to remember them because it will give you confidence that at least how to use es redzu and tur ir, and it will be a good start. All right, so some other useful phrases that you can use, and that will make your life easier when you get ready for the exam. You can just um, memorize some of these phrases by heart, and it will make your speech more advanced, I would say. Priekšplānā, it means in the foreground, and the opposite is fauna, in the background. For example, priekšplānā ģimenes sarunājas. So in the foreground, family is having a conversation. Or fauna ir kalni. In the background, there are mountains. Then, of course, there are different ways how you can express your opinion, and this is not only for A2, but this is also for B1 and B2 levels. Es domāju, ka, man šķiet, ka. Let's say you need to say whether you think it is morning or afternoon. For example, man šķiet, ka ir rīts, jo viņi dzer kafiju. I think it is morning because they are drinking coffee. Or man šķiet, ka ir vakars, jo ir tumšs, because it is dark. Yeah, so you can use these fixed phrases. Or izskatās, ka, it looks like. Izskatās, ka ir vakars, jo ir tumšs. Or izskatās, ka ir ziema, jo ārā ir sniegs. It looks like it is winter because there is snow outside. Then, of course, you can also use the word manuprāt, a universal phrase that you can use a lot. Manuprāt, in my opinion. Manuprāt, viņi ir priecīgi, jo ir meitas dzimšanas diena. I think they are, in my opinion, they are happy because it is their daughter's birthday. Essentially, it all comes down to practice, and I want to calm you down and just say that it is okay, it will be all right. Um, it's just important that if you know right now that you need to get ready for the exam, then start early, because there are people who message me that they want to get ready for the exam, but let's say they haven't studied Latvian before. Then of course you feel stressed, and you have a lot of pressure that you need to pass it, and there is a lot that you need to learn. But if you know now that you will need to pass the exam, then really the best thing that you could do for yourself is that you start early, and after, no, like you do it step by step, slowly, without giving yourself pressure to do something, because if you feel pressure, then it is really difficult to learn and for your brain to process the information. It's just too overwhelming, and it's too much. So either you choose me or another teacher. Another way, I would say, start now if you know that you need to pass the exam. I have created a course, A2 course, which is designed specifically for students who want to pass the exam. And my goal is that I wanted to create exercises that are very similar to the exercises that you will see in the exam. So if you're interested, you can go to latvianonline.lv, section courses. If you haven't studied Latvian before at all, then start with the beginner's course, and then you can move on to A2 course. But actually, with all subscription plans, you have access to all courses, and then you you can like go from one course to another, then go back. But really, my suggestion, my advice is take it slowly, uh, do it step by step, start early, and then you will give yourself peace of mind that you will definitely pass the exam. Then there is no chance that you won't pass the exam if you put effort and time and do it step by step. I'm rooting for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can write me a message on Instagram, learn Latvian with Dace or to my email address dace@latvianonline.lv. Atā tā, and good luck, veiksmi!